Can you tell me about what happened?
It all started on the 31st of February. I was just reading my book, this really great book. It's very intellectual though, so I don't think a lot of people would be able to read it. And then I heard this great bang. I screamed out and I just was so frightened, and I went upstairs and I just turned and I saw Trevor just lying there. Sorry. And I just had this gut feeling that the ghosts were back. And all these memories from my childhood came flooding back. Ugh. Can you tell me about the incident?
It was hardly an incident. I was playing a bit of Call of Duty with the lads, and I was about to win the game, as always, because that's just the way I am. I either don't do it if I'm going to fail, or I'll just win. You get what I mean? One of these girls that I was talking to, beautiful, she texted me, so I was like, oh god, I got to get away from the lads because they're so distracting, you know how they are. I was looking at my phone and I was walking downstairs so that I could go get, some water. I need to freshen myself up. When I just tripped, that was it. I literally just was distracted because I was staring at the phone. It wasn't anything else. I just tripped. I was being stupid. I fell all the way down. Literally went boom, 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 boom. I counted the steps as I fell. And that's how many steps that I fell down. I got to the bottom and I was sure, I was certain that I'd broken one of my legs, or at least grazed my elbow, but I was fine. I opened my eyes and I saw what was even more of a shock than actually just tripping down the stairs. I saw hope just leering over me. And don't worry, I was fine. I managed to James Bond roll, backflip out of it, so I actually was unscathed. It's no biggie. I don't see why they've got this whole documentary thing going on. There's no reason to make such a big deal about me falling down the stairs. Do you know, she always does this. She's the worst roommate I've ever had.
How did you and Trevor become roommates?
Well, I was in the library just doing some readings. I was reading this really big intellectual book. You probably haven't heard of it, so I won't tell you. This paper aeroplane just hit me in the head. And obviously I was a bit confused. I was like, what's that? I turned around and I just see this guy. I think I just knew in that moment that he liked me. We were going to be friends. When he asked me to be his roommate, I was so happy because it just felt right. We get along so well. And you see, well, he's a Taurus and I'm a Sagittarius, and obviously they go so well together. Like, I felt so spiritually connected to him from the moment I met him. It's like it's just written in the stars. From that first moment, we just clicked.
So, the lads and I were sat in the library. We weren't doing any work because I don't really believe in school. I think it's all like some sort of government plan. Yeah, it's all a conspiracy. It means nothing. So I was sat in the library with the boys, yeah, and I thought it'd be really funny if I used my homework and made it into a paper aeroplane. And when I did that, I looked over and I saw there was some weirdo literally sat in the corner like with her head in a book, and I was like, look at this little saddo. So I thought it'd be really funny if I just threw my paper aeroplane at her, and you'll never guess, it hit her straight on the head. I was like, bullseye! So after that, she then just came up to me. I don't even know what happened. I don't know if I put like some dodgy love potion in that paper aeroplane, but she would not leave me alone. I swear she became a stalker. But then she asked me to be her roommate. And I was gonna be like, nah. And then she said that she was gonna give me 50% off of rent. And that was a no-brainer. So I moved in the next day and the rest is history.
Can you give me some examples of these paranormal experiences?
Yeah, so in my old house, one day I was just in the kitchen eating my Cheerios, and then all of a sudden, this one Cheerio just lifted out of the bowl and just rose into the air. And I was so confused. And then my spoon started shaking in the bowl and the milk was going everywhere. And then this bird crashed into the window, this great big crow, and I just smacked into the ground, and it really, really shook me. I was honestly terrified. And then I just heard this barking outside. I don't even have a dog, but there's this really loud barking, and I don't know what it was. And then I went to the fridge to go get an apple, and there was no apples in there. And I swear there was an apple in there before. And then I just started walking just around, and I tripped over nothing. Nothing. I just tripped over. And I'm convinced I was pushed by one of the ghosts. I can't explain it. Oh yeah, and then the other day, I was just watching TV, and the channel just changed on itself. I don't know. It just changed. I didn't touch the remote. I don't get it. I honestly, this is not normal. It's affecting my life. And I hate having these like special powers or whatever, but you know, I just have to live with it. But yeah, and that's why I wanted to come to you guys, so I could sort of like show people that this is real, because no one believes me. I tell people and they just don't believe me, they don't get it. So I'm hoping you guys can help me out, sort of spread the message, show that I am telling the truth. This is real. See, I'm not a liar. I'm not. I swear I'm not a liar. I've never lied. I've never been a liar. I'm telling the truth. Have you met Hope's mother?
Her mother? You don't want to meet that woman. I swear to God she's a witch. I've never met her, no, but I've heard some crazy stories about that woman. She took one of their bins and filled it up with boiling water and cooked children in it. And then fed it to the homeless.
Are you going to ask me some questions or what?
Can you tell me about Hope's childhood, please?
Hope was a very, very silly child. Just always in the garden. You know, hugging trees and sitting on the floor and just running around. Just not a normal child. I didn't understand her. No one did. She didn't have any friends. She was weird. She was the weird child. No one liked her. So, neither did I, to be honest. I just wish she was a bit more normal. One day she came to me and she told me she saw a ghost. I didn't really understand what she was saying. I sort of brushed it off in a sense because, you know, she's a little child. They always talk about, you know, Pegasuses and like all these like goddesses and like angels and demons and goblins and stuff. I thought it was just not, you know, child, big imagination. But I guess it's just continued into her adulthood and she's never really grown out of it. I don't know where she got it from because I'm perfectly normal. I gave her a brilliant upbringing and I gave her everything she ever wanted and she just didn't care for it. Yeah, so naturally she was a bit of a pain to live with. So when she told me she was getting a roommate and moving out, finally, I was thrilled. I was like, she's not going to be singing around the house anymore, making weird noises, talking to no one. And I'd finally have some peace and quiet in the house. And then she told me about Trevor. I don't like Trevor. I think he's a bad influence on her, if I'm particularly honest. He's very arrogant and self-assured and quite loud as well. No manners and makes me feel very uncomfortable. And you see, sometimes I do come to check on Hope, and I come and I look through the windows because I'm concerned about her. And so occasionally I see a glimpse of Trevor, and I can't say I like him. Very undignified young man, and I think he must be a bad influence on my daughter. But she seems infatuated with him, so I don't know. At least he's not at home with me. That would be worse.
Can you tell me your side of the incident?
Yes, well, I was just at home by myself, just doing stuff. and I got a call from Hope. She was in a right panic, saying that they're back, they're back, they're back. And at first I was like, what are you talking about? And then she said, the ghosts, they're back. And then that's when I knew it was something bad was happening, and I became very concerned. So naturally I came over to see her, and it was awful.
Do you believe in the ghost Hope talks about?
Do you seriously think I believe in what she says? I think it's all fairy tales and fables. I don't even know. I think it's ridiculous, and someone needs to tell that girl that she needs to stop. And do you think I would believe that? I can't believe I let myself go on this show. Do you know what? I'm insulted. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. I'm gonna go talk to that girl and just tell her what I think. What was that all about then? Are you trying to humiliate me? Is that what this is all about? Just some big game for you to like have a laugh at my expense?
I'm not. I'm telling the truth.
I look like a fucking lunatic in there. You think you can see ghosts?
I can.
How old are you?
Why don't
5
you
years
believe
old?
me?
Get a life.
I'm not a liar. I swear,
You
I'm
are
not.
a liar.
I'm telling the
All
truth.
you've ever done from the beginning
Why
is
can't
just
you trust
lie.
me on this? I'm telling the truth.
Stop lying.
Why don't you believe me?
Believe you? Why would I believe you? You're insane.
Trevor, you're my friend. You're supposed to trust me with this.
Friend, I'm literally just your roommate.
You asked me to move in with you.
No, I didn't. You asked me to move in with you.
You asked me.
No, you asked me.
No, you asked me in the library when you gave me that paper aeroplane. I knew you liked me.
You're so full of shit. Do you know, no one likes you. Everyone just thinks you're the crazy girl who sits in the corner by herself. You're just some mad woman who believes that she can hear ghosts and that her house is haunted. Do you know, the only reason I became your roommate is because I felt bad for you.
No, I can't do this. Please stop, please. I can't do this. Stop.